I need you guys to stop waiting for that sign that's never going to come. Stop waiting for that magical moment or that epiphany experience that your partner's going to wake up and get it now. Things are going to turn around. It's going to be better if you just hold on a little bit longer. Stop lying to yourself. I need to say this because I see too many people day in and day out trying to hold on for that glimpse of hope, right? Waiting for something that's never going to happen. Not that it's not possible to happen, but it's not going to because the other party involved, and maybe yourself included, have not been doing the things that will give it a chance to happen. Now, usually the person that's really holding on for that hope has been trying everything they can, but the other person is just not willing or able to work with you to get the result you want. I want you to stop lying to yourself, saying that it's going to get there some point. If you don't have tangible proof to back up any momentum and efforts towards that happening, it's not going to happen. You're deluding yourself, and in doing so, you are severely harming yourself. I get it. You've been together for years. You built a family together. You have kids. You're married maybe, right? You invested so much time. Ooh, that's that big piece, right? I understand everything you feel like you're losing by accepting that the relationship's not going to get to where you want it to go, but trying to stay in it, waiting for something that won't happen is not worth your happiness, your health, and your well-being. We get so stuck often in a cycle of a relationship that is not moving towards the finish line we wanted to and needed to for us to be healthy because we refuse to embrace the idea of a different future than the one we imagined initially. Right? The one that we started with back in the past when everything had nothing but optimism to it and the sky was the limit. But once you blaze the trail long enough of trying to do everything you can to put things back on track when they've gotten off track at whatever point that happened, and your partner's not willing or not able to work with you, or it's just you guys don't work together, you have to accept that at some point. Because when you don't, you start realizing a lot of the reason you began in the first place trying to hold on to it and not let it go was because you were holding on to something that made you happy, right? Made you feel whole and all those things. Something that brought joy to your life, something that was good for you. When you look up and you've been going long enough and things are not that anymore, and your partner's not showing any signs that it's going to be that with them, then now you're holding on to what was and not what actually is your current reality. And you're so convicted to what that past reality was and what it meant to you that you're not willing to see how destructive you're being towards your well-being and your ability to have that happiness and that whole feeling again with a different future reality. Things changing to a new reality is always okay as long as you decide that it's okay. And your choice is always yours, and you're never wrong for your choice. You just always have to ask yourself, is my choice actually serving me towards my betterment and my partner or anyone else in the equation? Or is it hurting us? Because if your point in holding on is because what you're trying to hold on to is valuable because it does something serving or positive for you or whoever else is involved. And the fact of the matter is, as it stands and as it projects to be, there's nothing that says it's going to actually be healthy and serving to you guys, to you or whoever else is involved, then now what are you still holding on to? And if it's the memories, you can hold on to them to go back and visit them at times, but you can't live your memories in your present. You can recreate memories as long as you have all the components that made the memory the first time. Again, in the present, if you have all the pieces, you can recreate it. But if you don't have those pieces, then now you're holding on to something that won't exist without the proper pieces. So let go of the false sense of hope and start embracing the reality that is for you so you actually can start to create a more compelling future off of what you're actually working with versus what you hopefully could work with. And if you're going to do that best, you have to stop believing in fear more than faith, which means you have to decide for yourself that what you can have going forward that would be more ideal for this new version of you is more possible than the fear that you won't be able to have whatever you want if you walk away from this situation that is already showing you it's not going to be what you need moving forward. So you need to believe in what is possible and stop telling yourself that you won't be able to have it or be so concerned about what you're losing. Think about what is possible and everything you can gain, because you are the creator and you can create anything you want the same way you created what you had in the past at one point in time. Now it's time to create something new if that thing you created in the past has run its course because you and your partner have grown, or one of you are not growing in the way for it to continue. So stop looking for the sign that symbolizes the old situation being able to come back and start giving yourself a new sign that your new situation can be a reality. Let's get it.